For this leg of our North Central Oklahoma garden tour, we're at the home of Bill and Carolyn Goldsberry here in Ponca City. And Carolyn is going to show us around this garden. Hey Carolyn, welcome to the show.
Hi there.
So Carolyn, how long have you guys lived here at this home in Ponca City?
We moved into this home in 1986, and it was a very overgrown place.
Okay, you had some big trees in front. You had to kind of take those out.
We did. We spent the first couple of years just removing overgrowth and a lot of stuff that was just dead.
Sure. Okay. And you like a lot of different kinds of plants, I can tell, but you really like things like iris and daylilies.
I started with the iris beds. I'm from Tennessee, and that was our state flower.
Okay.
And so I felt like I needed to grow irises.
Sure. Okay. And you not only have a lot of them, but your garden is actually an official garden for some of these groups of plants?
It is. It's a Median Iris Society display garden, also a Louisiana Iris Society display garden, and an American Hemerocallis Society display garden for the daylilies.
Okay, well that's really impressive. There are certain criteria you have to adhere to.
Yes.
To have that honor.
In the daylilies, you have to grow a representative selection of all the different types of daylilies: the doubles, the spiders, the large flowers, small flower, and the minis.
Okay. Well, here at your garden, I've been by here in the spring, and you certainly have a wonderful collection of iris, and they are just gorgeous when they are in bloom. But you were telling me that you like to kind of mix things up now and add a few more different types of plants to your iris beds?
I do. I was out here weeding one day when it was 100 degrees and didn't have anything pretty to look at, so I started putting in some daylilies. One of the ladies in our Iris Society grew daylilies, and she said, well, they'll bloom in the summer, so I started putting in the daylilies.
Okay, after the iris are finished, we got the daylilies coming on. Well, you not only have daylilies, I see you've got some of the other true lilies, like this one back here. What's the name of this one, Carolyn?
That one is Silk Road.
That is gorgeous.
And it was just put in last fall.
Okay, so even if it may not last forever, the true lilies in the gardens in the south, this one will give us some great flowers for a number of years, and I know you're excited to see how that one's going to perform. Well, right up here I see a Monarda, and that is just a gorgeous plant in flower right now, Monarda or bee balm. And the cultivar on this one, Carolyn?
Blue stocking, and this is the prettiest it's ever been, and I think that's due to the rain.
Okay, and holding up really well in the rain. I don't see a lot of powdery mildew like some of the Monardas get, but a gorgeous plant, and it does have that purplish blue color to the flower. And you have a number of peonies in your garden as well?
I probably grow about 60 or 70 peonies currently. I've got probably half again that many ordered for this fall.
Okay. All right. And I just need to ask you, does your husband Bill, does he help you in the garden here?
He does. I don't like the way he gardens lots of times. I've lost the names on a lot of my plants by allowing him to garden. So we've given him the areas down at the foot of the hill, down around his shop, and then he started a bed to come up on that other driveway.
Okay, so you have your gardens and Bill has his gardens.
His gardens.
Okay, all right. Does he have a specific name for his garden, or
no?
Anything like
that? Just whatever he can find. He says he gets the leftovers.
Okay.
I'm an American Iris Society judge, and I have to grow the newest cultivars. And when I grow them for 5, 6, 7 years, and have observed how they grow and their characteristics, well, I replace it with something newer.
Sure.
And he gets the leftover.
Okay.
He gets what's left.
All right, the leftover bed there with the iris. Well, Carolyn, right over here by your back porch, you see a beautiful blue flowering plant. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That's one of the first plants I got when I was just putting a few beds in around the porch. That is, I call it Stokesia.
Stokesia, okay.
Stokes aster.
Very good.
And the variety name, cultivar name, is Claus Gelito.
Okay, beautiful plant. And you say that's been here close to 20 years.
Probably since the early 90s.
Wow, okay. That is impressive. Very nice plant. Well, Carolyn, let's go take a look at one of your very early daylily beds here on your property. Well, Carolyn, this is certainly a gorgeous display of daylilies. And you planted this bed years ago, and then you kind of redid it?
Yes, I did. I had it with tulips, which are not long-lived perennials here.
Right.
And some of my irises and a few daylilies around the outside. And then when I got the designation as the Hemerocallis Society display garden, I needed more daylily space, and so I put this bed in to fully daylilies.
Okay, well it is gorgeous. I really like the mix of colors and just the mix of size of the blooms, and the spider daylilies like we got here, those really long petals and sepals there. Very, very attractive in the garden. And Carolyn, I look down here and I see a taro, a type of elephant ear, growing here at the edge of this pond. And this is actually overwintered for you?
Yes, it has. It's been there probably since the early to mid 90s. It came as a free bonus from a plant order when I ordered some other water plants.
Wow, that's a long time for that to survive. I wouldn't have thought that would overwinter here in Ponca City, but you look around here, you can see why, because the plant is growing in a really neat little microclimate, or a little micro habitat. You've got a great elevation change here from your pond up to your house, probably at least 10 feet in elevation change, and that creates a really nice little warm spot to help that plant survive the winter. Well, Carolyn, I like the beds you've got here, the nice curving lines and little strips of turf kind of separating them. And on this sloping area, you've got a really nice display of plants here. I like the mix of whites. Can you tell us a little bit about some of these plants?
Well, that's the slender mountain mint, and then the physostegia, which I really enjoy that one because I like to come out here and play with the flowers.
Oh, yeah.
When you twist them around, they'll stay where you put them.
Yeah, the obedient plant. The stems are obedient the way you turn them around. Well, that's an interesting looking iris that you've got right there.
That's Tectorum, and it's the white form, which usually doesn't perform as well as the blue form. I put both of these in at the same time. The blue form is up on that side of the hill, and they're the same size. They were pass-along plants from a friend.
Oh, great, beautiful foliage. Very, very attractive, I think.
They like the water. They don't like to stand in water, but they do like.
Don't like to get too dry, huh?
Right.
Up here in this bed, I like the mix of color that you've put together. The blues and the purple with the balloon flower there, and the liatris, and the Russian sage up here at the top, and then this grass. Absolutely gorgeous the way you've got that mixed in.
Well, some of the grass is planted itself where it's seeded. A friend gave me the grass, and she says, "Don't hate me." And it does seed pretty prolifically, but it's a shallow rooted plant, and so you can just pull it out pretty easily.
Okay, that Mexican feathergrass. And I love the way when the wind blows it kind of gives you that element of movement in the garden.
I do too, because it makes everything look so soft.
Yeah, very nice. Well, Carolyn, you have a beautiful place here. Thank you so much for showing us around.
Sure. Enjoyed it.